This week on Granite State Challenge, the team from Bow High School takes on the team from Plymouth Regional High School. Only one team will advance. Granite State Challenge starts now.
Major funding for the production of Granite State Challenge is provided by Unitil. Additional funding provided by NEA New Hampshire, Safety Insurance, the New Hampshire Lottery, DF Richard Energy, Cognia, HRCU, and viewers like you. Thank you. Get ready. It's time for New Hampshire high schools to match wits in a high-stakes scholastic showdown. It's time for Granite State Challenge. Here's your host, John Cannon.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us this week on Granite State Challenge. We're making our way through the quarterfinal round. Two teams have already made their way to the semis, and we've got two more teams this week hoping to do the very same thing. Let's introduce them to you, shall we? First up, we have the team from Bow High School. They are led by senior captain Alessandra. And it says here that you had an unfortunate event on a golf course.
I did, yeah. So I used to work at a golf course, a golf camp in the summer. And when I didn't let one kid hit first, he hit me with his golf club.
Oh, goodness.
It was a brutal attack.
Okay, what was the club that he hit you with? Do you remember?
I don't know exactly. It was an iron, so it was
so
not
about
fun.
the worst. Are you okay now?
I am okay now.
All right, good. All right. Alessandra is joined by Logan, also a senior, who almost did not make it through the first year of preschool. How come?
Yeah, so my parents, they didn't always prioritize the important things in life and forgot to teach me my nursery rhymes.
Oh, so you didn't know the nursery rhymes, so they were going to what, hold you back?
Yeah, the preschool teacher advised that I maybe take an extra year to, figure it out.
Learn your nursery rhymes.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know them now?
I do.
Okay.
I do, yeah.
Good, so there you go. So there's hope for us all. Logan is joined by senior Emily. And Emily, whenever you go to the airport, what do you bring with you?
Yes, so I always bring a couple cat treats to the
Okay,
airport.
and why is that?
Well, so they have, in the hangar where the planes are, they have a couple hangar cats, and one of them, her name is Squeak, she's a rescue, and she will follow you into the airplane and not leave unless you feed her, so I just come prepared.
So you go to the hangar to get in the airplane yourself to pilot it.
Yes, I do fly planes.
That is pretty amazing in and of itself. Emily is joined by senior Theodore, who has another preschool story, but a slightly different one. What's that?
Oh, yes. My preschool was burned down by an arsonist.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
It was in a church basement in North Carolina.
In North Carolina. Okay. And did anything make it through the fire?
Yes. One of the only starting things was my name tag, which they did not allow my mom to keep as it had to be confiscated as evidence.
All right. Well, I will let you keep your name tag once this season of Granite State Challenge is over. All right. The team alternates are seniors Daniel and Becky, and the team is coached by Michelle Lavaz, and they're the team from Bow High School. All right, thanks, Bow. Facing off against them this week is the team from Plymouth Regional High School. They are led by senior captain Dash, who plays the drums. Tell us about your playing the drums.
I do play the drums. I play the drum kit. I picked it up end of 7th grade, so I've been playing almost 5 years now. My favorite is the cowbell, though. I wish that I had one of those stands for my kid at home.
Yes, because when you have a fever, there is only one prescription.
Exactly, more cowbell.
More cowbell. Exactly.
Never have enough.
All right, well, keep playing and keep it up. Dash is joined by junior Khalil, who has a talent for knowing the Soviet premieres. Tell us where this comes from.
Well, so I memorized all the Soviet premieres because my dad lived in the Soviet Union prior to moving to the United States, and he just taught it to me. A little bit of information from the homeland.
That's right, and a little father-son bonding. There's nothing wrong with that, and you know a little something too. It's good for Granite State Challenge.
For sure.
All right, Khalil is joined by senior Natalie, who is a skier but knows kind of a unique form of skiing that I don't think most people know about. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I telemark ski, which is kind of like doing lunges down the mountain.
Oh, that's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
And you teach this to people too, if they want to learn.
I do, yes.
And is that the only ski teaching you do?
I also teach alpine. I'm very proficient at pizzas.
God, pizza,
Yes.
like for the little kids.
Yes.
Oh, they must love it. All right, and rounding out the team is senior Trevor, who has a propensity for quirky socks like I do, but you're wearing a special set today. Tell us about them.
I'm wearing my lucky cactus socks.
So the socks have cactuses on them, or cacti. What makes them lucky?
I think my grandmother gave them to me, and I've just, every time we win Granite State Challenge, every time I wear them.
You're wearing the socks. All right, that's fantastic. All right, the team alternates are senior Jason and sophomore Reagan, and the team is coached by Jay Fogarty and Troy Harris, and they're the team from Plymouth Regional High School. All right, and of course, one more introduction. You know her, we all know her, we all love her, our judge, Anne Belanger. All right, teams, go ahead and grab those signaling devices. We are going to play Granite State Challenge. As you know, in round one, we play for 10-point toss-up questions. So, Bo, Plymouth, good luck. Here we go. This wrestler, actor, and Nashua, New Hampshire native began his professional career as Tara Rising. Emily of Bo.
Dwayne Johnson.
Sorry, no. Khalil of Plymouth.
John Cena.
Sorry, nope, you may know him as Triple H. Triple H. Bernie Taupin wrote the lyrics to the songs Tiny Dancer, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Rocket Man, and Your Song, with this singer-songwriter who wrote the music. Khalil of Plymouth.
Elton John.
That's right. This Roman poet's work, Metamorphoses, is a narrative epic poem that covers the history of the world from creation to Julius Caesar. Khalil of Plymouth.
Virgil.
Sorry, no. Emily of Bo?
Plessy.
Sorry, it is Ovid. All right, teams, this 1956 canine-centered children's book by English author Dodie Smith was turned into an animated Disney film in 1961 and a live-action film starring Glenn Close as the villain in 1996. Logan of Bo.
No, it's
okay. Plymouth? Dash?
Lady and the Tramp?
Sorry, no, it's 101 Dalmatians. Before he became president of Ukraine, this leader was an actor who played the president of Ukraine on a sitcom. Khalil of Plymouth.
Zelensky.
Yes. Jamesetta Hawkins, better known by this name and known for songs like At Last, Tell Mama, and Something's Got a Hold on Me, was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1993, and Rolling Stone ranked her as the 22nd greatest singer of all time. Khalil of Plymouth.
Etta James.
Yes. All right, teams, we've got a math question for you, so you have pencil and paper in case you want it. You just traveled to Massachusetts and bought a $600 laptop, paying a sales tax of 6.25%. How much would you have saved if you bought the same laptop for the same price in New Hampshire? Logan of Bo.
$25.
Sorry, no. Dash of Plymouth.
$37.50.
That is right. It's a New Hampshire advantage right there. These even-toed ungulates come with one hump or two. Khalil of Plymouth.
Camels.
Yes. This Boston Celtics center, considered to be one of the best basketball players of all time, helped lead the team to 11 NBA championships between 1959 and 1969. Logan of Bo.
Russell.
Yes, Bill Russell. 2 astronauts have been elected to the U.S. Senate. Mark Kelly from Arizona, and this senator from Ohio, who was the first American to orbit the Earth. Emily of Bo.
John Glenn.
Yes, correct. This historian's 1980 work, A People's History of the United States, tells the story of the United States from the point of view of those who had been largely ignored in previous history works. Natalie of Plymouth.
Zinn.
Yes, Howard Zinn. In 1775, the Second Continental Congress established the first post office and named this founding father Postmaster General. Khalil of Plymouth.
Benjamin Franklin.
Yes. This author's 1932 novel, Brave New World, is set in a dystopian world where babies are created in artificial wombs, placed in casts, and kept compliant by daily doses of the drug Soma. Dash of Plymouth.
Huxley?
Yes. In 1957, this baseball team moved from Brooklyn to Los Angeles. Logan of Bo.
Dodgers.
Yes. In 1849, this person was awarded her MD by the Geneva Medical College of Geneva, New York, and became the first female doctor in the United States. Theodore of Bo.
Curie.
Sorry, no. Khalil of Plymouth?
Hutchinson.
Nope, it was Elizabeth Blackwell was the person we were looking for, and that sound ends the game, and Plymouth out to a quick lead by a score of 80-30 after round 1. All right, nice job, teams. We're going to move right into round 2, and in round 2, we do our 3 strikes and you're out round. Here's how it works. Each team gets 10 questions. We go down the line, player by player, until you answer all 10 or until 3 strikes and you are out. Each team has 3 passes, and just as a reminder, the inspiration for each question can be found in the previous question. So, Bo, we start with you. Alessandra, this is your question. Actor Patrick Stewart portrays this character in the Star Trek universe.
Spock.
It is Jean-Luc Picard. Logan, Jean-Luc Picard was named for one or both of Swiss scientists Auguste Picard and Jean Picard by this creator of Star Trek.
Hamilton.
Sorry, is Gene Roddenberry. Emily, Gene Wilder played Dr. Frederick Frankenstein in this 1974 Mel Brooks movie.
Young Frankenstein?
Correct. Theodore, Frankenstein, or the modern Prometheus, was written in 1819 by this author.
Pass.
Mary Shelley.
Correct. Logan, Mary Shelley's mother was this author of A Vindication of the Rights of Women.
Mary Wollstonecraft.
Correct. Emily, this singer recorded the song Run the World, Girls in 2011.
Pass.
Pass, Theodore?
Jepsen.
Sorry, it is Beyonce. And that ends your 3 strikes round. All right. All right, Bo, tough category, but Plymouth, we are going to move on to you. And Dash, this is your question. By the age of 30, this Macedonian king had created an empire that stretched from Greece to India.
Alexander the Great.
Yes. Khalil. In the Nate the Great series of books by Marjorie Wyman Sharmat, Nate is the world's greatest one of these.
He's the greatest. He's the greatest liar.
He is the greatest detective. Natalie. In the Pink Panther movies, Peter Sellers plays this hapless detective.
Clouseau.
Yes. Trevor. In the movie Black Panther Wakanda Forever, this fictional metal is very rare and protected and used by the inhabitants of Wakanda.
Pass.
Pass to Dash.
Vibranium.
Vibranium is right. Khalil. Vibranium was used to make this superhero's shield.
Captain America.
Yes. Natalie. This singer's 9th album, Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy, included the songs Someone Saved My Life Tonight and We All Fall in Love Sometimes. He is also known for the songs Candle in the Wind and Benny and the Jets.
Pass.
Pass.
Elton John.
Correct. Dash. Elton John performed a special version of Candle in the Wind at this woman's funeral.
Princess Diana.
Correct. Khalil. The song Candle in the Wind was originally written about this blonde actor who was married to Joe DiMaggio. Yes. Natalie, Joe DiMaggio, also known as Joltin' Joe, played for this baseball team.
Pass.
The Yankees.
The Yankees is right. That's your last pass. And Dash. When Yankee Doodle went into town riding on a pony, what did he stick in his cap?
Feather.
That is right. And that ends your 3 strikes rounds. All right, teams, at this point, I would like to invite the alternates to join their teams up at the podium for our 60-second round. In this round, we give 10 questions to each team in a category. We'll let them talk and converse as a team. We'll take the captain's answer as the team answer. And if you get all 10 questions right, we'll give you a bonus of 10 points. They're worth 10 points each. All right, so Bo, we start with you and Alessandra as the captain of the team. You can talk to your team. You guys can choose from excellent, if the shoe fits, and N to N.
End to end.
End to N. All right. The answers to the following will all be words that begin and end in the letter N. Alessandra, I'll take your answer as the team answer. 60 seconds, start the clock. The lead up to this invasion is the subject of the Bayeux Tapestry.
I don't know.
Is the
Pass.
Norman invasion. This subatomic particle has a neutral charge.
Neutron.
Neutron, yes. What you call a nine-sided polygon.
Nonagon.
Yes. 78% of the Earth's atmosphere is made of
Nitrogen.
this. Yes. True tales can be called this.
I don't know. Pass.
Nonfiction. This element lights up the signs on Broadway.
Neon.
Yep. This leader was exiled twice. Once
Napoleon.
on. Yes. What you might call a single member of a Catholic order of religious women.
None.
Yes. This is a type of flatbread.
Non.
Yes. Chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry ice cream.
Napoleon. Neapolitan.
Neapolitan.
All right, judges, you'll have to decide whether or not that was a correct answer. Okay, and how many? 8 out of 10 on your 60-second round. All right, nice job, Bo. We turn our attention to Plymouth and Dash. You guys can choose from excellent and if the shoe fits.
We're going to go with excellent.
Excellent. The answers to the following will be related to the word egg. And again, Dash, I'll take your answer as the team answer. 60 seconds, start the clock. Sam I Am is the main character in this book.
Green eggs and ham.
Yes. All the king's horses and men couldn't repair him.
Humpty Dumpty.
Yes. This is what the goose laid in the giant's castle.
Golden egg.
Yes. The singer in this band's song, I Am the Walrus, claims to be both the walrus and the Eggman.
Is it Paul?
John.
Think about that, judges. This is what you call a little inside joke or bonus in software or a DVD.
Easter egg.
Easter egg.
Yes. This is often enjoyed as a holiday drink.
Eggnog.
Yes. You might order these with an order of fried rice.
Egg rolls.
Egg rolls.
Yes. The towns of West Egg and East Egg are found.
Great Gatsby.
Yes. These bejeweled decorative eggs were a favorite of the Russian.
Fabergé egg.
Yes. This is what you might say you have egg on when you have been embarrassed.
Your face.
Egg on your face.
Yes. We'll take that. And 9 out of 10 on your 60-second round. All right. Nice job, teams. Thank you, alternates. You can go ahead and take your seats as we roll into round 4. And in round 4, we're going to pick back up with our toss-up questions, but we're going to double the point value. So we're playing for 20-point toss-up questions. And just as a reminder, in round 4, we also deduct 20 points for incorrect responses. So playing smart, Bo and Plymouth, good luck. Let's go. Every year on April 15th, the day that Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball, every player wears this number on their uniform. It is also the answer to the great question of life, the universe, and everything in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Dash of Plymouth.
42.
Yes. Rolling Stone named this guitarist for the Yardbirds the 5th best guitarist of all time. He is known for the songs Freeway Jam, A Day in the Life, I Ain't Superstitious, and Heart Full of Soul. Dash of Plymouth.
Beck.
Jeff Beck, yes. All right, team, our next question is our Unitil Power question. It's double the point, so a 40-point toss-up question coming to you on your monitors. Take a look.
Wanda Maximoff was once a supervillain, but she joined the Avengers and married the android Vision. She has the ability to warp reality and is also known by this name.
Dash of Plymouth.
Scarlet Witch.
Yes. In 1782, George Washington introduced the Badge of Military Merit for soldiers wounded in battle. The Badge of Military Merit now features a profile of Washington and is known by this name. Emily of Bo?
Purple Heart.
That's right. This politician, who was the first openly gay man to be elected to public office in California, was assassinated along with San Francisco Mayor George Moscone by former city supervisor Dan White in 1978. Theodore of Bo.
Milk.
Yes, Harvey Milk. You might say this ballet by Russian composer Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky is for the birds. Khalil of Plymouth.
Swan Lake.
That's right. This Jamaican singer-songwriter is known for the songs One Love and No Woman, No Cry. Dash of Plymouth.
Bob Marley.
Right. All right, team, so this next question, go ahead and take a look at your monitors. Appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court by President Theodore Roosevelt in 1902, this justice served on the court until 1932. He is famous for the tenet that free speech would not protect a man in falsely shouting fire in a theater and causing a panic in the 1919 decision in Schenck v. the United States. Khalil of Plymouth.
Tanny?
Sorry, no. That glorious mustache was Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. Nicole Kidman starred as this comic actor in the 2021 movie Being the Ricardos. She was Lucille Ball. All right, teams, who wrote the line, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day" in Sonnet 18? Dash of Plymouth.
Shakespeare.
Yes. All right, teams, another math question for you. Pencil and paper if you want it. 12% of the 50 students taking AP Calculus passed the latest test. How many students failed? Dash of Plymouth.
44.
That is right. In 1777, this 19-year-old Frenchman was made a major general in the American Continental Army. He has many places in the U.S. named for him, including a city in North Carolina, a square in Washington, D.C., and a long road in coastal New Hampshire. Khalil of Plymouth.
Lafayette.
Yes. Author Christopher Paolini began writing this book, the first work in the inheritance cycle, when he was 15. Natalie of Plymouth.
Aragon.
That is right. In 1921, this South Carolina native became the first licensed female African-American pilot. Emily of Bow. Didn't quite get there. Plymouth? Her name was Bessie Coleman. Bessie Coleman. Actor Alan Rickman portrayed the Sheriff of Nottingham in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Hans Gruber in Die Hard, and this teacher in the Harry Potter movies. Theodore of Bow.
Snape.
Severus Snape is right. All right, teams, for your next question, go ahead and take a look at a civics question coming to you from New Hampshire's Kid Governor.
17 U.S. presidents served as governors before serving as President of the United States. Thomas Jefferson was the first governor of a state to serve as president. Who was the last person who served as governor of a state to later serve as president?
Logan of Bow.
Bush.
Which one?
W.
George W. Bush is right. In 1961 novel by Joseph Heller had an 18 in the title before it was changed to a 22 because author Leon Uris had released a novel called Mila 18 that same year. Logan of Bow.
Catch-22.
That's right. Teams, what is the introductory statement of the U.S. Constitution known as? Logan of Bow.
Preamble.
That's right. This songwriter was known as the man who owned Broadway. He wrote the songs Yankee Doodle Boy, You're a Grand Old Flag, Over There, and Give My Regards to Broadway. Emily of Bow.
Cagney?
Sorry, no. We were looking for George M. Cohen. Tonic water contains a small amount of this alkaloid that is also used to treat malaria. Khalil of Plymouth.
Quinine.
That's right. This could be part of your hand or a tropical plant. Logan of Bow.
A finger.
Sorry, no. Plymouth. Trevor.
Palm.
A palm. You got it. This band, which is named after its lead guitarist, had a huge hit with the 1999 album Supernatural, featuring Rob Thomas, Eric Clapton, Lauryn Hill, Wyclef Jean, CeeLo Green, and Dave Matthews. The album won 9 awards at the 2000 Grammys, besting the record previously set by Michael Jackson's Thriller. Trevor of Plymouth.
Santana.
That's right. This Jamaican sprinter with a very appropriate surname is the world record holder in the 100 meters, 200 meters, and 4x100 meters relay. Natalie of Plymouth.
Bolt.
Usain Bolt, yes. During the Trojan War, the Greek army used this to enter the city. Theodore of Bow.
Wooden horse.
We'll take that. The first space shuttle was launched in 1981. What was its name? It was the Columbia. The 2022 race for the U.S. Senate seat in this state came down to a runoff race between the incumbent Senator and Pastor Raphael Warnock and former football player Herschel Walker. Dash of Plymouth.
Georgia.
Georgia is right. Before pocket calculators, this tool with 3 interlocking calibrated strips was used to do mathematical calculations. Khalil of Plymouth.
Abacus.
Sorry, no. Sorry, Emily, not in time. It was the slide rule. This children's book by Waddy Piper is about a persevering locomotive that had faith in itself and a can-do attitude. Khalil of Plymouth.
The little engine that could.
That is right. In 1948, this president signed Executive Order 9981 desegregating the U.S. military. It was Harry Truman, and with a high-scoring round, it is Plymouth who will be moving on to the semifinals. Congratulations, Plymouth, on a great game. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. And Bo, tough loss today, but congrats on your first win. Thank you so much for being here. We hope you had fun. We had fun having you here. And we hope you had fun as well joining us this week. We hope you tune in next week when the team from Oyster River High School takes on the team from Trinity High School. That's going to do it for us this week. I learned a lot, and I hope you did as well. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Major funding for the production of Granite State Challenge is provided by Unitil. Additional funding provided by NEA New Hampshire, Safety Insurance, the New Hampshire Lottery, DF Richard Energy, Cognia, HRCU, and viewers like you. Thank you.